Welcome back, y'all. I'm Chiku,
I'm Nyam.
And I'm Gadani.
and this is
Okay.
Okay.
OK.
Kia
Imeni
see.
bamba bamba. Oh.
Oh, whoa, whoa. I started too deep.
We're back with our R&B
Listen,
vibes. R&B. Gang.
Okay.
this is an R&B season. Oh my gosh, we are on the season finale.
Final.
Imagine.
Wow.
Final.
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 Wow.
We.
So
Look at
good.
us go.
What a time.
What a season
What
We
a
three.
made
time
it.
has come.
Bam.
It's okay.
Together
Season
we
3
made
was for
it.
R&B.
We made it even though we had our
Next
backs up
season,
against the
maybe.
wall.
What
Wow.
is
Thanks.
happening? Kazani, what jam is this you have manicad for us?
I've never heard that one.
Never
Guys,
in
you're
my
lying to
life.
me. You're lying.
No, no,
You're both
no.
lying. I send it to you
Abu,
after this
sing it.
segment.
Our backs?
Together we married. We married even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Huh.
Okay.
You've told me much.
You're
Yeah,
I
I've
lying.
don't
told
know
us
Do
that
you
so
one.
not
much.
know it? Ebu, let me
Umetuambia
Google.
mengi. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
very
worry. You're
much
gonna
so.
send it to us.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to Google. We're fine.
It's like, no, 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 don't worry. Our backs are against the wall
Yeah,
and we
I was
don't need to
like,
know the song.
We believe you. We believe.
you guys ain't shit. It's Linkin Park and Busta Rhymes. Please, frick off. Thank you. Don't joke with me. What
I
I've done
believe you
is
just
not
sang it
only
badly.
you. I think
You
what
could
has
have
happened.
told Mickey
Can the two
Berokin's
of you,
choir and I
can
would
the
have
two of you
believed.
even ever tell me about singing a song badly? Please. I have video evidence to suggest I'm the best singer of any song. So please don't judge me. I know what you bitches
Too
do in
funny.
songs to songs. Don't judge me.
Wow.
Anyway,
Nyambura, how was your week?
My week was good. My week was yeah, it was interesting. I had some work that I still had to do despite mandamanos this week. So
Mandamano
it's
is wild. Yeah, I
mandamano
thought
is
that thing
really,
stopped
it had
in
stopped.
April. Because when I was there in April, it was still going on.
yeah, and this
There
week
was a
they
few
said they
weeks
were gonna
off.
do 3 days.
They did 3 days.
Yeah, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I was working, and the training that I was facilitating was on site, like live physical. The participants had been brought in from different areas of the country, so they were all staying at one hotel. So really, it was us trainers who were risking our lives to make our way there. But anyway,
They
thankfully,
really should have gotten you a hotel, a
yeah, we should
room.
have stayed there as
Staycations
well.
vibes. Yeah, man, for
Yeah.
Yeah,
real.
I mean, I had said if things were gonna be too thick on Wednesday, then I would have just figured out how they will keep me there. But I think it still went well. Thankfully, God has protected us through this week. I'm also
I
realizing
mean,
not to take it for granted. Yeah, because there's people who are losing their lives or whose livelihoods are more impacted through these situations. It's an inconvenience in terms of business. And if this like affecting your day to day on a larger scale, it can be really disorienting. So yeah, I'm grateful to still have hard work and to have been able to do it despite how things are going. Yeah, and
regardless.
other than
Wow.
that, yeah, irregardless. But other than that, no, I had a good week. I had a good week. How about you, Shiko?
Me, I had a pretty decent week. I was kind of lazy with the gym this week, but I went twice.
Hey, Barbie.
On Yeah, we had a Barbie themed workout yesterday on Saturday, and it was actually so fun seeing all the people who participated. That's one thing I really like about my gym is like a lot of people will actually participate in themes or stuff like that. So it makes it more like community based, and I feel like whenever there's a theme, workouts are just that much more fun. So we had a great time doing that. And then what else did I do? Yesterday I went and met up with a friend. We were supposed to go for this African party kind of park situation with vendors and stuff, but the plan ended up being a bust, but we still had a good time. Went for dinner, ate some really good jollof. Went to
Wow.
this Nigerian restaurant. I
Was
have
it
to take you
spicy?
guys when we yeah, but not like spicy for like I can't handle it. The restaurant had jollof and I mean Nigerian jollof and Ghanaian jollof, and apparently the Nigerian one is the one that's supposed to be a little more spicy than the Ghanaian one. I've only ever had the Nigerian one, so next time trying the Ghanaian one will be on the agenda.
Oh, I was going to ask you which
Um,
one is better
but
just to cause an argument. But anyway,
Eh,
I know,
please.
right?
yeah, I'm like, what?
But you guys let us know. That's like
Yeah,
a
that one
rivalry
is
of
It's
yeah,
can
wild.
divide
lit.
a nation
And then there's a time on
It's
Twitter I
too
saw
or a
someone who
heavy.
was
country.
just like, forget jollof, we have pilau. I was like, now see this person involving us in shit we don't need to be in.
Honestly, pilau is the real winner.
Please don't start that war
I know
with
that's
us.
right.
Guy, I don't that war up.
Pilau,
I don't that war on
pilau
my
is the
head.
real winner. Me, I'll put the warp on my head. Jollof who? Pilau what?
I'm
Love
Need
it.
my fighting
erasing
words.
myself from the
Yeah.
narrative.
Yeah, so that was fun. Other than that, during the week it was just a pretty chill week. Today me and Christian are supposed to be going go-karting with a couple of friends, which will be fun. It's not like a regular go-karting though. We're actually going on a regular like racing track. So the go-karts go regular. Oh, as you speak, my dogs are about to go crazy because my visitors are here. But yeah, it's supposed to be like on an actual racing track, so the cars go vroom vroom a little faster.
Hey,
Okay,
vroom vroom,
that's
vroom vroom
cool.
vroom. There, the baby's on cue.
Um, I
I don't
know.
even know if Christian is here. Hold on, let me
Okay,
find
that's
out.
okay.
You
Yeah,
want to
then
mute
you can be
yourself?
telling us about your week.
Cool. Myself, I had the best week. On Tuesday, Semabox launched Wazo, which is like a distribution platform for podcasts, for Kenyan podcasts specifically.
It
Oh
was
wait, yeah,
Monday, I
you're right.
think.
It was Monday. It was Monday. I'm saying Tuesday because it was meant to be last week on Wednesday, but then Mandamano. What a waste.
Hmm.
So it moved to Monday this week, and it was a really, really fun thing. It was really cool how everything. It was like a listening party, so everything was on your headphones, so it gave you that podcast vibe, and it was so much fun. Like the whole, like if you're not wearing the headphones, you don't know what's happening. You would just walked into a room that's quiet, and it was so fun to watch. I think it's also really exciting because like I know the person, the CEO of Semabox, like, so it's really fun when you're seeing your friends doing their thing. So I'm so proud of Dan and Doris. So I'm just like, ah. And then yesterday, well, on Saturday there was Story Sosa, which was like,
Yes.
yeah, which was like a really cool vibe. We had like, was it five stories? Five stories being told, but they had like added animation. Um, Pau did it with like live photography. It's just like seeing different elements of media being added into like storytelling, because you know, like normally when you think of a story, it's like how, what are the guys who do the other one called? What's the one like Amani did? What is it called?
Or engage.
Yeah, so a lot of times when you're seeing a story being told, it's like engaged, where it's like someone stands on stage, or it's like TED Talks, where it's like someone stands on stage and it's just like the person is talking and whatever it is. But like Story Sosa was so cool because like you'd see like animation coming in. Pau had like his live pictures like as part of his show. Um, it was really fun to see. Like it's really fun to see how people are changing stories or changing storytelling. So it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. So those two events were really fun for me. And it felt like a bit of my world. You know, like just being able to attend, like being at the Wazo Live didn't feel like I'm attending it as a person of the industry. It felt like I'm a podcaster and I'm really excited. You know, it's just like a Kenyan podcaster entering this space and being like, ah, you know, or supporting friends. It didn't feel like I'm doing it as an industry thing. So it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
fun. It was a good week. I'm still overwhelmed with
Oh
work,
yeah.
but I'm not going to talk about it. Because I weary.
I was gonna say the thing that I found so interesting at yesterday's event as well is the bathrooms had like a nice kit. Like they had tampons, they had pads, they had painkillers.
Painkillers.
You know, just like if you feel like it just felt like a lovely consideration that is not popular at most places, but I just thought I should shout them out for thinking that far.
Yeah, right next to a vase with flowers. I'm like, it was so much fun.
Are you ready to spin?
Oh, you didn't spin.
I didn't
Like a
spin yet.
record spin, spin, spin,
Spinning
spin.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Spin,
sounding so
Me
silly.
and your
spin,
me and your
spin,
sister
spin,
are sister
spin.
wives.
Oh, we were meant to tell you. Me and
Wow.
Shiko are co-wives. We are married to the same person. Our wife is
Chico
called
wives.
Mal.
Why do you say it like that?
Because okay, sister wives. We want to be sister wives.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we
Co
are
wives
sister
seems
wives.
like you take shifts.
We are going to have to with Mal. Excuse me. You think I'm going
You
to be
guys are
with you
so
and Mal
weird.
in the same room? No, you
But
are lying.
wait, so you're both in love
I
with the
didn't
same
realize that.
person,
We're not in
basically?
love. We are
Yes.
married to the same person.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
limit us to love.
You want a distinction. Because then he said, I
Yeah,
don't love them. I'm just married
I'm
to them.
married to them.
yeah. Love is for the futile. Love is
Oh,
blind.
damn, because then
Oh,
bring
wow.
those vibes in our last episode. We landed on the same thing as last week. Fun again.
Spin again.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm grateful to have a sister-in-law anyway. That's my
Why
point
aren't you asking
to
us
your
who your
story.
sister-in-law
She's
is?
great.
I
You're so
don't
great.
even
Anyway.
care, honestly. I've accepted already. I mean, you're saying you don't love her. Why do I need to know who she
I
is?
said I but I'm not just her lover. I'm her wife. Anyway, what have you learned?
Okay, Sawa.
I'm not just a lover, I'm her wife.
Gang, put that on
Uh-huh.
a t-shirt.
Tell us.
What are we doing?
We landed on bookworm. So I see the stress on the
But
faces.
my book is called.
Even me, I was
As
like, what is my
we have
book
been
called?
reading emails.
Wow. This week we've been reading emails.
Lies.
You don't even
So,
have an emails because I
guys.
don't have a job.
Damn. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I have to find the book.
I have not been. I've been reading DMs. Thank you.
Hey,
I
who
love
has
that
been
for you.
sliding into them?
Oh, there's always people. You know, the funny thing is, my favorite thing is sending them to my husband. They'll come in and I'll just forward them and I'll be like, watch out. I have an offer on the table.
Don't be caught sleeping.
Wow. Chico is
I
like,
see some
stay on your
outlandish
toes.
shit.
Just said,
I'm
not
like,
even stay on your toes,
just in
float.
case you want to act up.
Acts are full. It's fine. I have your sub in here. Thank you. Sir,
Too
Oh my
bad.
don't be caught
gosh.
sleeping.
Gathani, what are you reading?
Black Girls Must Die Exhausted is the book we're doing
I have that book.
Yeah, I've
for
read
book
that
club.
one.
Its cover is so pretty.
It
It's so
really
pretty,
is.
yeah. Nyam has read
I was
it.
told it's slow though.
Yeah,
It's what?
it's a bit slow. Slow.
I heard it's low though. I was like, what is a low though?
That's Kiki.
That's
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
was
that sounds
like,
like
what is this? Did you learn a new term at your African party? Low though. Is it a spicy jollof?
Gathani, what is wrong
Let
with
me.
you?
Why are you such a hater? Too fun.
Okay. Anyway, Black Girls Must Die
It's the
Exhausted.
book I should be reading. But all of us at book club are not serious, so we moved book club from the first week of August to the second
Yours is
week.
not a book club. At this point, just call
They've
it a
been
Bible
meeting.
study.
Please.
Oh.
They've been
It's
meeting. I
Gadani
just
who's
haven't
the
been going.
weakest link. The
Oh.
I
club
am
is good.
the weakest link.
This member is the problem.
I see. Nyam?
Honestly, I'm still reading the book that I've been reading since the last time we did this, which is The First Woman. But the next book I'm reading is Dele Weds Destiny
Who's Dele?
by Tommy Abayo.
I
Obayo.
wanna rule my
Obaro?
destiny.
I don't know.
Hey, you
Anyway,
have picked the man's name.
Is he
yeah.
Nigerian or
Also, I've said
Ghanaian?
Yeah,
him,
I think
like
I
Tommy
don't
might be a babe.
honestly.
Also,
Guys, today we have just picked a fight with the whole of West Africa.
West Africa is coming bad. Just remember, we love you. You guys are great. We'll do a live show next year in West Africa.
We will.
In Nigeria or Ghana?
Ghana for sure, please. Because they are men.
And
I
this
was going to talk badly. Kai, I was going to start a new war. What? Anyway, Ghana.
Anyway, if you guys have reached this far in the season, we thank you. Clearly, we're
Yes,
delusional.
Excuse me, your
indeed we
bookworm.
are.
What are you reading?
I'm
Delusion?
not.
She
I'm
said
reading
she's
in
reading
DMs.
DMs.
Oh, and keeping your husband on his
Yeah,
toes. I
exactly.
wanna
Thank
rule
you.
my destiny. So good. Next season is gonna be a reggae one. Oh, pull up. Thank you. this
Wow.
what's happening
Actually,
today?
if I have no idea, but let me tell you, this season, Gadani takes comedian of the season.
Oh,
I promise.
Period.
please. But people, I'm the comedian of the family. Thank you.
Mm,
Sawa.
sure.
Sure.
Please,
Let's get into
Let's
it.
bet. We bet. Say I'm wrong.
What are we
I
betting?
don't know. I wanna rule my destiny. Anyway, guys, you have made it this far. Congratulations. It's the last episode of
Yes,
Let's
season
get
thank you,
3.
into
das.
it.
Look at us
We
going.
love
We
you.
love you so much. Thank you. You are a real one, a true one. Please share it with your friend who has not done season 1 because they have 3 seasons to
It's
catch
not the
up
end
on.
of the episode now,
I
Wewe.
know, but I'm just telling them to share it with their
Okay.
friend. When you have to share at the end of the
So,
episode,
sawa basi.
they can share now. They're sharing episode 1 of season 1, not this episode.
Hope you enjoy this episode. Bye. Useless.
Bye.
Okay, so for this episode, we thought we would just have a nice, fun week. It is currently not titled, but we're gonna call it Sibling Nini for now.
Yeah. Cool. Cool beans. Sibling.
Sibling Nini. And for those of you who do not know what Nini means, Nyam, please. Vocabulary queen.
um. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Throwing under the bus. Nini is like a placeholder word in Swahili that people throw around to mean like it is interchangeable with thingamabob or kerea in Kikuyu. Um, yeah, so if you're like lost for the word or you're trying to fill a gap in your conversation, then you would throw in Nini. Yeah, so when like for this episode, because we're not sure what it will be yet, so Nini is befitting. And by the way, I have done
Sibling
such a good
Nini.
job.
That thing,
Honestly,
that
as soon as
thing,
I heard
that
placeholder, I was like,
thing.
this girl, she's on it.
Wow.
She got it. Wow.
She
Okay, so
got it.
here's how this is going to go,
She
guys.
want it.
She got it so.
I wanna give it to her.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just saying you didn't know that one.
Of course not.
It's
We could
okay.
have just let it slide also.
Never. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions, and you're just gonna give me the answer and give the people what they're looking for. Okay?
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
start off a little bit. Say,
You're
are you
reacting also,
answering them
right?
as well?
some of them are targeted towards me, but some of them are not.
Okay.
Wow, Tarzan.
Okay,
Okay.
so let us start late.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mm, do you guys think our parents had favorite kids? If so, who and why?
I feel like we've talked about this in a previous episode. For sure, yes. Not had,
We
have.
all know all our parents'
Yeah, not
favorites.
had, have. It's consistent, it's continuous. Past continuous, present continuous, future continuous tense.
Mm-hmm.
We know
Wow.
favorites for
Yeah,
parents.
you
Yeah,
agree?
I agree. And we to list them, Shiko is mom's favorite. Gadoni is Vava's favorite. If we were not from a blended family, I would not have been a favorite of anyone. But thank God that I have a stepdad who I can be his second favorite to his first favorite.
I feel like you're
Um,
the
You're,
ultimate second favorite though.
you're the ultimate favorite. Yeah.
I'm
If we do
also, I mean,
overall, if we do it on
I'm
average, you're the favorite.
of who?
Everyone. Like
All
if
of
we do
them.
the average,
All wrapped in one with a
You?
ribbon.
Let me
yeah,
tell you
because
first. It's because they call me the model child because I didn't stress them. But let me tell you the trauma I carry based on that modeling. Hey, I don't want it. Hey, my friend. No, no, no.
ah,
Yeah.
wow,
It's okay. It's okay.
we
Okay.
sympathize. Okay,
Okay.
damn.
So this next one, okay, me, I'm a very, I don't want to say dark because I'm not a dark person, but I make light of dark situations.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a very normal life question. Nyambura, we are going to go to you.
Okay.
Woo, let's go.
Who would you want to give your eulogy at your funeral?
Oh my God. Am I dead?
No.
That's so interesting.
And it doesn't have to be someone in the family.
I know. Oh, that's deep, man. And you
Made
know,
you
the thing
think.
about it is, I don't really think so much about what I would want for my funeral. I think the only thing like sometimes I think the experiences I have and that I record on like video when I'm having experiences, I feel like those are better eulogy than like she was born in 1990 whatever. So I feel like a video compilation might be better of myself giving my eulogy,
That actually would
just
be really
But that's
cool.
so dark, Nyam, because like you would have to literally like record it every year.
no. So but that's the thing, I feel like just living life should be the eulogy. It's not like I'm saying when I was born. I mean, like, I feel like this podcast also is like a long living, like, yeah, I don't know if I think about it in that, and I feel like I wouldn't even want to pick someone. I think whoever is strongest and feels that they would want to do it, I'd be down with. Also, it's maybe because I watched Succession. And I saw how like
Don't
everyone was
spoil,
like,
don't spoil.
yeah, oh god, yeah, I almost spoiled. Woo! Yeah, but anyway,
Whoa,
so
whoa,
I
whoa,
feel
whoa.
I feel like whoever wants to do it should do it. I don't think I would be dead anyway.
Wow,
Kathani, have you ever thought about that?
who would read it?
Yeah.
I don't know, because every time I think about my funeral, I don't want it in the sense that we go to a church and you have a service and you do all like that's I don't want any of that. It's so boring. I'm like, I mean, for who I am, if you're first you need to be in a club because like that's where I'd be. Where are we dancing? Like what do we do? I feel like this thing
Yeah.
of how funerals are meant to be so blech, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
have a book club for the
And
person
it's so
who
funny because
likes
it's become like trendy to
books.
call it a celebration of life, but still, it's not very like
Yeah, I'm like, we're sitting there
celebratory,
just
if that's a
listening to
word.
people be sad. I'm like, no, go. First of all, if there's no vodka, am I even dead? Do you love me? Did you know me? Like, what are we doing here? Okay. Like, why are we sober? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Also, if my eulogy doesn't have cuss words, you see why I'm saying we can't be in church? Because, like, is it a representation of me?
Hmm.
I don't also care. I don't think people care about, like, I feel like there's this thing of you are born, I'm like, you're so much more than the things you do. It's so boring having the eulogy just be like, it feels like this is your achievement. It's like you are born, you went to school, you graduated, you got married, you had children, you participated in this way in the church, and then you did. I'm just like, but that's not what you like. Like, how many hours was I there? Like, the podcast, did you talk about the podcast? Like, when I'm being me, truly me, where is that? Like, where is the space for that person in celebrating who I am or who I was when I'm gone? Because if you're not going to do it that way, I'm going to haunt you, and that's on her.
And you, Shiko?
Wow. I feel like I also don't necessarily, I don't think I want it read traditionally either. Like, it's just very strange when you just are sitting there and hearing someone talk from the day you were born to the day that you're gone. And typically, the people who are reading it, like, don't even know. It just feels so shallow. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any depth. You're not talking about like real accomplishments. It's more like a resume, I feel, than like really celebrating that person for like the things that they did. Okay, yes, they had these many children and this many grandchildren and were vice president of the university or whatever it is, but there's a lot more that can be said. So I feel like I would almost want individual, like,
Tributes.
tributes rather than a eulogy. Like everyone who's there or whatever maybe like submits a video or whatever, and then they're all together playing or something, because I think it's more impactful to know that you were there for other people, you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
other people think about you rather than what you accomplished, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Who was I for the people around
Yeah.
me? That makes sense.
You know what's so
Uh-huh.
crazy? You already know that I want to be cremated, but I was like,
Same girl.
Same.
if if you had to wheel my coffin anywhere, or maybe when you're putting me in the incinerator, you can play like back that ass up.
Yeah, I sent you guys that thing, but I'm just like, if
Yeah.
people are not twerking and things like that, like if there's no one at my thing with their hand, how I always have my hand in the air with my ass. Like, what are we
Correct.
Yeah,
doing?
I know.
How are you
honestly.
celebrating
Me, I
me?
just know I want to be a tree. You guys
Yeah.
So
already
do
know. Burn
I.
me
All of us.
and then buy one of those kits and plant a tree for me.
You know it.
There's actually a company that does it where they just cremate you into the tree with the seed in you already. So you just come and we just plonk you as you are into a space.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another episode we can talk about. Like, if you guys would be interested in talking about like things pertaining to losing people or death or whatever it
Afterlife.
is.
Danger.
Afterlife.
Woo. Teresa
Okay,
Caputo, where is she?
so we're gonna move on. We're gonna switch lanes.
Okay.
Okay, Gavani, we're gonna talk
Tell a
about
story.
something you love.
Uh,
What do you love?
uh, like in general, myself.
I was like, this can go so many different ways.
Like, what do you ask these
That's why I
these
left it open
questions?
ended. I was like, let me see where she thinks we're going with this.
I'm just like, I don't know
Hmm.
where we're going. Please. I don't want.
No, but okay, we're gonna talk about money. Second best.
Oh, yes. Show me the money.
Yes, let's talk about money.
Tell me.
So, Nyam, you are rich,
Okay.
and you need, when you're rich, in order to whatever taxes, you have to give your money away, do charity work in order to whatever your tax bracket. So
Hmm.
We're
that's
doing
how the
the
rich stay rich,
tax.
man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you rather donate your money to an orphanage or a religious organization, aka the church?
Oh, that's easy. An orphanage.
Yeah, I'm like, where's
Why?
the question?
um, I feel like it would be closer to my heart in terms of the things I value. I would likely feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's better spend for the money. Not so much that it's not to mean that I think churches would misuse the funds. It's just that there's like a lot more administrative. I don't know. I just feel like it's more direct, injected into the lives for whom it is intended for, if I give it to the orphanage than to the church. I mean, like, sometimes I even think about, like, even when I think about like tithing or giving money, at the moment I don't give to the church. I would
Same here.
rather even
Mm-hmm. Same.
support someone for that month, send some money to someone else who I sometimes I just send. And you never know what someone is going through, and that for me, I'm like, that's more valuable. I mean, you can also send, if you feel, I mean, there's sometimes I've sent money for like Bible translation into local languages. I mean, like, there's so many other things. Yeah, so I think, yeah, the orphanage, in short.
Okay. Personally, I feel like I would do the same thing. I would give it to an orphanage. I don't know, like for me, I just feel like it's not even about like it being better spent or more of a cause. I just personally have always struggled with giving to the church, even with tithing and everything, not because I don't believe in tithing, but just because like it's very hard having grown up in the church and like inside like we've talked about
Mm-hmm.
before, where you're seeing the ins and outs of the operations and everything and how people handle things and everything. Like it's always given me such a bad taste in my mouth to um do that kind of stuff. So I always try and give my money to whether it's the poor or whatever. You know how people say they don't believe in giving people money on the streets. Actually, what's your opinion on that? Giving money to people on the road?
It depends on the person, I feel. Because in Nairobi, there's a lady who has been begging around Kenyatta Hospital since I was like 9. She has the same story. And people always bump into her. Yeah, they bump into her. Like, you're in the supermarket with her trolley full, but because she told so many people the sob story. There's also an old lady in Parklands who's known. She has done it for God knows how long. She is like, oh, I forgot my money at home. I need to fuel my car. My phone is dead. I need to reach my husband. And then again, it's just people find out on social media. And I feel like that's, for me, in the same sense with what you're saying about the church, why I'd rather go with the orphanage is just sometimes I feel like there's an issue of trust that happens
Mm.
Yeah.
where I feel
Mm-hmm.
like when I'm giving, I'll trust my gut. I'll just sit down with myself and be like, where do I feel like? So if it's someone on the street who I feel like when they talk to me, sometimes actually I've given money where I'm like, I know you're bullshitting, but it's fine. I'm not going to like whatever it is that caused you to bullshit, have it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it depends on what my gut feels at that moment, for sure. Yeah.
That makes sense. So another thing about those religious organizations, I've been watching all these documentaries recently. God, one after the other, and it's so shocking how far it's going. However, at the same time, like this stuff has been happening
Forever.
you know
For
for
me,
years and years and years.
yeah. For me, it's even how we watch a thing recently where there was a couple of pastors and they work for an organization, and all of them were like, they were talking about someone and they're like, thank you for being a real friend, because you would think it's easy to make friends as pastors inside a church. But even then, you're never sure who's actually being your friend and who's not being your friend, or what it is they're trying to get from you. Like, the fact that you're my friend for just being my friend, not because you can gain something, is refreshing. And I'm just like, if this is the leadership actually coming out to be like, I feel like, I feel, thank you for being a true example. I'm just like, how much more for us guys now who just are on the outside, I'm just like, I feel like that vibe. And I'm not saying all churches, again. I feel like there's some churches where when you come in, you feel like, okay, whatever it is they're saying, like if it's prison ministry, I feel like, okay, I'll give directly to prison ministry because I know this is what, like to that specific, because there's something about what happened in the service that you're like, okay, no, you guys in this space need this money and you deserve it in this space. And so it's not to say the church in general is like that, but I feel like I have trust issues
Hmm.
when it
Yeah,
comes to it. Yeah. So that's my problem.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about this.
If you were to describe your relationship with money in 3 words, what would they be?
Wow.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
I have my 3 words.
Yeah.
You do.
Mm.
Um.
Yam, do you want me to go to Gadani and get back to you?
Yeah. Since Gadani has her words, that would be great. Thank you.
Go ahead, Gadani.
That's my bitch. You said 3 words.
Wow.
Can
Care to
we?
share or explain how you came to this conclusion?
You know, like how when you're really good friends with someone, or basically not good friends with someone, if you're good friends with me, I call you my bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the word. You guys, my best friends, anywhere, I'm like, oh, that's my bitch. Because, like, it's, I feel like when you've got into a place of friendship beyond friendship, it gets into insults. You know, like when something happens to your best friend or something, your first instinct is to laugh before you're like, okay, let me check. You know, that is what I mean. Like, I have reached a place in my life where I feel like I fought with money so much and I've been worried so much about money, and I've decided we are friends. And no matter what happens in my life, it will exist and it will be there and I will not lack. And that's the decision I have made. So because of that, and because it will be there for the rest of my life, money is my bitch. That's my bitch. That's my girl.
Interesting.
We're rolling.
Nice.
They
Interesting.
see me
A mindset.
rolling. Yeah, I've just
It's a
decided. Because, you know,
mindset.
yeah, because we've been taught it's
Hmm.
evil and it's blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I've decided it's not. And it's my friend, my
Yeah.
princess.
Okay, so the three words that popped to my mind as we were discussing first is anxious, because I feel like a lot of my anxiety will usually come from money, whether abundance or lack or not enough, or like maybe I should do more or whatever. My relationship a lot of the times with money will be anxious, like waiting for a check to clear, or like, will I get another job, whatever. Another word was responsible, because I feel like I'm fiscally responsible as a human being. So I don't think I'll ever worry about, like, my relationship with money has changed to the place where I trust my responsibility enough to know that even in spending 8,000 for a ticket that I ended up regretting, it was a
Hashtag
responsible
And
trauma.
if you don't know
decision
what
in
she's
that
talking
case.
about, YouTube.
Yeah, you
YouTube
can go
okay
to YouTube
kiasi.
to find out what I'm discussing. But I've learned to trust my instinct in terms of my responsibility or my fiscal responsibility. And then the other one I think is freedom, because I think more than money for the sake of money, I think the thing that money gives you is freedom. um, Whether it's freedom of how you want to spend your time, freedom on who you want to help, freedom on, yeah, I think for me, yeah, freedom is the word that comes to mind. But what I want to preface that by saying, I don't think that you lack freedom if you do not have money. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
I think it gives you a level of freedom for sure, but I don't think that there's a more or less point where the freedom access happens. I think it's more subjective and maybe even situational or contextual. But those are the three words that came to my mind when you asked me about my relationship with money. Yeah.
nice.
What a depth. Shiko?
Personally, I think the word that I chose was flexibility. Similar to Nyam when she's talking about freedom, I feel like money gives you that flexibility to make decisions for yourself. Whether it be, for me personally, travel is one of the things that I like to do. So having that flexibility to like save up to do something, you know what I mean? Um, The next one is difficult because um my relationship with money, I feel like we have we have our ups and downs because I have very good moments and then I have not so good moments. Like personally, I will never spend to where like not my bills won't be paid, but there's definitely times where I'm like, hey, these couple of months I've been on a roll with my savings, or I've been on a roll with like how I'm using my money. And then the next month I'll be like, damn, I spent this much money on food, or I spent this much money on bullshit nonsense on my card that I don't even know what it was. You know what I mean? Just random stuff of wherever you needed to, or like the internet or something. So yeah, that's why I say difficult, because it's up and down. And I think my other word would be always, because I feel like money is always going to be there. Obviously the amount that you have will vary depending on different stages in life, but I've been in situations where there was a lot coming in, and I've been in situations where there was not much coming in, never to the point where, like I said, where bills weren't paid or lights were turned off or whatever it is,
It was enough.
thankfully, thank God, I've
Mm.
never been in that situation.
Mm.
But just enough to like where you're like, okay, I need to pinch my pennies. Yeah.
Enough for the needs,
So
not the
I
wants
think those.
always.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow,
Um
after you guys have talked,
on a
I'm
more
like, wow,
happier note,
I've really said my three words remain the same, but I'm like, wow, should I have been
But
more
that's what's so
diplomatic?
perfect about like this episode. This is it's just Nini. You
yeah,
know, it's
it's
we
Nini.
didn't
It's
plan, we didn't
Nini.
think about it. It's yeah, it's
Yeah.
Nini.
Okay. On a more happier note, what's something that's been making you happy recently? What's been bringing joy to your life?
Whoa. Okay. I think I'll off the top of my head, I think I'm happy about like the gains I'm making in the gym. Um yeah, I'm in a really happy place where that's concerned. Like I think seeing myself get stronger in a way that I didn't even think, you don't think you're weak, but then the next week you come back and you're like, you're doing something better and lifting heavier than you were before. I think that sense of accomplishment and even small things, getting my form right. Yeah, and then just like the community around the gym, that I've realized that that's a really core part of my, I'm in a happy space, but I think that's a core part of my happy as well. So yeah, I'm happy with my gains, my vibe from the gym, like how it's affecting my mental health, my friends, just that's something that's making me happy now.
Yeah. For me, I'd say the sunshine has been making me happy these days. We're finally getting into summer, and I think honestly, my mood is very much affected by weather. I might
Same.
like very affected. Like when it's gloomy and dry, I just feel like not doing anything. I mean, gloomy and dull. I said gloomy and dry. When it's gloomy and dull, um it just makes me want to sit in the house. I feel a little more lazy, less motivated and everything. But when I wake up, what I've been doing recently is waking up and going outside for a session of grounding.
That's cool.
I saw
um
you with my
yeah, you
song.
walk outside barefoot and you just sit there for a couple of minutes and take in the sunshine, and it's supposed to be really good for your mental health. So that's something I've been taking advantage of, the sunshine.
That's what I miss about your house. You know, this apartment life. It's okay.
You can go outside, Gadoni.
There's no grass. Like, there's no
You just
grass
step
for
on the car, bro.
17,000 miles.
I
That's not
know.
grounding. That is Nini. I don't know. Flooring.
Still grounding.
It's rocking.
It's rocking. And it doesn't work. There's no science on rocking in your mental health. So I don't know if it would work. I don't,
What's been making you happy, Gail?
honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's for me now. trying to live in the now is what's making me happy. I feel like I live a lot in my head, and I'm never I'm never thinking about now. I'm always like what's coming or what happened, and I live in one of those two spaces, and I found myself consciously trying to just be like, this thing is happening now. What does it look like? What does it feel like? um Good or bad, but being able to have that, because what I've realized in other times is I'll go into the future and I'm trying to remember something from the past, and I don't have that. Like how, let's say, if you had a breakup, there's a song that reminds you of the breakup, or if you had, like, there's a thing that holds that moment in your brain. I feel like I've been realizing a lot of times I don't have the thing that holds moments that are important to me in my brain. So I'm being more conscious in moments that I feel are happy or sad or whatever it is. Like if we're hanging out at Boys to Men, being able to sit and just take in the moment and be like, okay, we are here, we did this. It's raining, yes, but it's like, how does the rain feel on my skin? What's the true feeling I'm feeling in this moment? Or if I'm with people, it's like when someone's laughing, what does that laughter like? Is it evoking a thing in me? Things like that. And it's finding happiness in the now is what I am doing.
So let me rephrase. In the now, right now, what could you be happy about? Oh,
So like now it's like I'm here with the two of you. Um there's a point in
Aw.
time, I know we haven't talked about it, but there's a space that this could not have been happening. You know what I mean? And it's just like we're here, we have figured it out, we are happy doing it. It's not like a chore or like, oh, Sunday book. You know, it's all of the giggles we had before. It's if Maria farts now, we're just like, ew. Or like if Oscar is, like 2 seconds ago when Oscar is playing the bottle and you're like, Oscar, stop. It's that just like, it's moments like that where it's just like, you're so far away. Nyam is not here. I don't know where I'm tearing up,
oh yeah! Don't tell me
but
that. Kadani, why you crying?
stop.
I
Immediately
know.
stop. But like, it's being able to just be like, on my table now, let's say I have roses. I've been wanting flowers for a while. So it's just like there are flowers. Oscar is asleep in the thing. I'm talking to my sisters. It's a moment, where it's just like we're
Aww.
having a moment, even though it's like work or whatever the podcast is, it's like we're podcasting, yes, for it to go out. But like right now, we had so many moments before this and we'll have moments after, and it'll be like Nyam was talking about earlier, how this in itself would be a eulogy. So if I miss you people, I have like a way to listen to like your voices, when we're doing recaps. And it's just like sometimes I just laugh when we're listening back to episodes where I'm just like, why are we such idiots? But it's just like being able to relive that moment again, or have the exact same reaction. Sometimes I'll be listening to an episode and I say the thing and then I say it, or I say the thing and Chico says it. And it's almost tangibly just like I'm friends with my sisters. Fuck, it's that. So I think that's the moment now. Don't cute me.
Isn't she so cute?
She's so
Aki, I've really
cute.
cried. What a waste of my life.
Yeah.
But that's my happiness
Aw.
now in this
Bus,
moment.
baby.
Bitch.
Actually, Gadani, I mean, how can the cute fade so fast?
Talk to Riziki. Riziki is my therapist, and she's always like, feel your feelings, sit in the moment. Just like, girl, ain't nobody
Yeah,
got no time to do
but I
that.
feel
Anyway,
like you're
let's go,
better
bitch.
at it now. You're doing it. You're doing it well.
I am.
You're doing it.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sniffly now,
You're
bitches.
doing
Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah,
it. She has a heart.
she does.
I go around nice box where my heart used to be. So cool. I'm so
Okay,
cool. I'm so cool.
are we ready?
We're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
This one is for you, crying bitch. Um,
That's why my moments don't last. You see, this little anyway.
could you please tell me who your favorite and least favorite exes are of your sister?
Which sister? Well, anyway, there's only one whose
Oh.
exes we have.
There's only one. Obviously, we're
Listen,
not giving
least
names.
favorite we know was banned. You're a fucking asshole. Okay,
Oh
I
my
hate
god.
you.
Okay.
I dislike you a lot. It has grown from hate to dislike.
Okay.
Factually, the one I like the most. I guess it
Yeah.
was almost banned. Is there another one?
Almost banned. Okay.
Like, when you guys don't give me options,
Yam
what
is
am I meant
dying.
to do? No, but he's actually, I feel like he's cool people. I feel like if it wasn't for the situation and how I feel like we could be friends, you know. But
Okay. My turn.
unfortunately, I'm loyal, so I
My
can't.
turn.
You?
My least favorite.
Of mine, I know.
Drum roll, please. Of who am I going first? Nyam or I'll do for Nyam. I'll do for
Let's
Nyam.
Go, go,
finish
go.
me.
My least favorite. Almost banned.
Really?
Damn.
More than was banned?
Least. More than was banned. Lily, Lily, Lily.
Girl,
Lily.
what?
I swear ya. Swear ya.
Me, maybe it's because I
Aki.
had to deal with
I
was
think we have
banned.
to take
I
this
have
chat
trauma.
offline also. Wow.
I'm going to leave it at there. And my favorite would be drum roll, please.
You're going to call the one from the youth.
BBC.
Damn. My god. I was not ready.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I am
And that's all I have to say
dead.
about that.
Oh
Nyam,
my,
it's your time to come after Gadhani.
oh my god.
Hey.
Mine are easy. My least favorite ex, all of us have a list. It's like, I mean, and my favorite, we all have to pick one person. Anyway,
No.
okay, Nyam, it's your time. My
Damn.
exes. I know your favorite already. I don't know why we are here. Who's your least favorite?
You know my favorite?
Mm.
Who is
Of my
it?
exes.
Eh.
Bill, obviously, for you.
Yeah, I think Bill, but I think it's because I used to call him brother-in-law.
Yeah,
Bil.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Bill.
When we say Bill, it's not that his
Um
name. It's a brother-in-law, Bill. Please,
Yeah.
please.
yeah. So I think maybe he might be my fave. But he took a while and he's fallen out of that grace also severally. I mean, like, yeah. Your worst is definitely
I want to hear this code name.
pilot. Damn. Well, tired. Tired. Oh, even just thinking
Oh
about it,
my.
I'm finished.
Not
Oh
pilot.
my.
I
Please.
said what I said.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So
I'm
so
dead.
For
wow.
you?
That is the best
For
nickname.
me,
I'm so proud of you, Nyam. You did so well.
for me,
Mm-hmm.
my favorite ex of Gadhani's,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna call him Beetle.
Who?
Beetle.
Me too.
Oh, it wasn't Beetle, it was Golf.
What?
Oh,
You have taken us to another universe. Ebu, drop in the
who's
chat.
golf? Yeah, please. I'm just like, who are we talking about? All of us just waiting.
Hold on.
Who is it?
Golf.
Ebu
Let
just
me.
put in the
How do
chat.
you chat?
Over there, just
Shiko
click
has
chat.
gone to
I'm like,
the next
really
level. I
coded us.
mean, you have
I'm
coded
trying
it
to remember his name. You
beyond
don't even have his
us.
name.
Okay then. You said he's your fave.
Oh,
He's my fave.
Got you.
Okay.
is he even
Okay.
an ex
And
though? I mean, like,
It's
that's up to
okay.
you. Do you consider him
It's
an
okay. It
ex?
it's
doesn't even
okay. It's your
matter. He's
story.
already been
That's fine.
ranked.
It's fine.
Okay.
Why golf? Oh, I know why Beetle. Wrong card. But I see where you are going. Chico said beetle.
I tried.
Franca, you mean golf? Please. First,
She
you are
must
right
have
with golf.
meant even like
And all I
Passat.
got was cricket. All I got was
No,
crickets.
golf. Golf is right. Uh-huh.
Okay. And my least favorite
Pilot.
is car dealership.
Damn. Devani, you really let me tell you, who the
Guys, I was on
Please
track.
note,
Please.
please note,
God.
pilot and car dealership are the same person.
Guys.
Hey,
Hey,
thank God
enjoy.
for
Kazani
redemption.
has really lived.
She has lived a
20-year-old
life.
me was
Wow.
another babe. I mean, like, damn, bitch. She really did a thing.
For sure
Wow.
you are on drugs.
Anyway, I
I
was
swear.
on, like, listen, mad
Crack
drugs.
cocaine.
You can't convince me I was not being drugged. I mean, where?
I swear.
Where? Let me tell you, every time
It's
I
that
think
you just
about
still
it,
have
I'm
all
just
your
like,
teeth. I know you weren't doing meth,
what?
but
Yeah, let me tell you,
there was
I don't,
something.
there was a thing. I don't know what it was, but there was a thing. Hey, anyway, car dealership it is. Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Um, we're gonna end on a sweet note.
Actually, before we end, I
Okay.
think that conversation brought up one of the questions that our audience had asked us. Are you guys
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
cool with your siblings, or like, are you cool with us remaining friends with your exes? Not that I don't even know that that has really happened in our situations, but do you think, as a rule, is it like when you break up with your person, everyone has broken up with them, or like what's your view on siblings and exes?
Mm, for me, it depends because actually no. It's if you're out, you're out. Sorry. If you're out, you're out. Yeah. Well, if you, let's just say you're Jordan and I'm
Jordan.
Kylie, we're breaking up as friends. We're
Gotcha.
done.
Okay.
For me, I think
Kadani?
because my loyalty is on my person determines how we'll go. So if you're talking to them, as
Mm.
long as you're being amicable, I will try and be amicable. To your face, I'll disagree with your amicability. Is that a word? But you're the one who will guide me. However, if they do some shit, you know I'm the one who's number one to be like, block, delete, cancel, they're dead to me. Yeah. So first I completely erase them off the face of the earth and then I come back to you and I'm like, so are they erased or is it like, how in Marvel, they snapped the first time, half disappeared, and then they snapped and people came back. I'm like, are we bringing them back to some extent? If you're friendly with them, then I'll be friendly with them also.
You have
But
a big heart. Me, I am not there yet. I haven't
mine is not
matured
even for
that
big
much.
heart. I feel like if I'm close enough. So here's the thing: if any of you have an ex, the assumption is factual. The person is in my life as well, right? So I feel like my reaction to or my behavior towards the person would affect how your relationship becomes. So if the two of you have decided to be amicable and I'm being a bitch, my bitchiness affects your amicability. Again, don't know if that's a word. So I don't want to be the reason why that relationship, I want you to be able to make that decision on your own. And so I'll allow you to
Yeah.
guide me on that decision. But the two of you will know where I stand fully, but outside facing, I will be,
Mm.
are we talking to the person? Cool, let's say
Supportive, of
hi.
course.
But in the background, I'll be like, why isn't this person, like, why aren't they blocked? Why are they alive? I have acid. Let's go. Samangwe, you know. Mm.
Okay, that's interesting. So before I
She
answer,
went from why are they blocked to why are they alive?
I know.
Like
I
what?
mean,
I
so extra
mean,
and
guys,
dramatic.
potato, tomato,
Wow.
tomato, tomato, potato, potato,
So
same thing. So
Before I
yeah.
answer, are you guys friends with any of your ex's siblings though?
Is that a trick question for me? Like,
No, but the fact that
Never
is
mind.
Gavani,
come to me
you already said
direct.
you're not sure if it was a
Excuse me, biological
relationship.
dealership.
So I think that's
Think about
different.
who their siblings are.
Actually, you are omitted from this question.
Thanks. I'm like, what was the question?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm friends with their siblings.
Okay.
Yeah,
Best friends. Let me be sure to quote, confirm.
Yeah. Okay.
honestly.
That's so interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think I'm like Gadoni, I would take your lead, but just the way I am, I'm not like a full. I'll probably block. But if they hollered at me, I'd be like, should I block? Should I respond? Like I'm that.
Screenshots.
Yeah,
Send to group.
I think the difference is like with Gadoni, you would not even be able to send a text to her anyway because like it would bounce back. Mine, you might be
Correct.
archived, so you might still send a message. I might not respond, but yeah,
It's
I feel
there.
like even with my own exes, I feel like it just depends on the season. Me, I feel like I can ooh, and let me walk that back. Actually, it's a lie. Not all. Um,
Some of your
yeah. So I
exes.
think
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm okay being friendly. I mean, we're not checking in on one another's lives every day or whatever, but I'm not. I don't feel. And maybe sometimes I think it also depends on the breakup. Let me say it's situational. The reason you broke up
But it's
can
also
determine.
not. I don't even think it's the reason you broke up, Nyam. I think it's how the siblings reacted to that breakup. Because,
Mm,
say you were in a
yeah,
relationship and you broke up and that person treated you like shit. If their
mm,
siblings know that they treated you like shit, it's a
yeah,
different
it's
relationship.
different.
You
Yeah,
know they're siblings, so they're always going to be whatever. They're
yeah,
always going to
true,
be tight, but they
true.
acknowledge your feelings. You know what
That
I
part.
mean?
Mm,
They're like, yeah, they shouldn't have treated you like that. That's how you know, okay, maybe that sibling is different. You know what I mean? It's
mm,
not like we're gonna be boys for talking all the time, but if I see them
yeah,
in the streets, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know them, you know?
yeah.
Well, I guess that's why mine, for me, I'm friends with their siblings because I don't know how my friends were able to separate, genuinely separate the, because I feel like maybe because the friendship came before the relationships, so it wasn't like we became friends because of the relationship. So I feel in that sense that's what the difference is. A lot of people become friends with their siblings because of the relationship. Then now it becomes weird when the relationship ends. And I feel like that's what happened in my last relationship, where it was now like, I like your friends, I'm friends like with your parents, so do I reach out, do I not, like how does that work? Because I became friends with these people because of you. So then it becomes awkward. But I feel like before that, the friendships existed before the relationship. So it didn't end up affecting the friendships because they were
Mm,
their own
Yeah,
thing, basically.
we get.
interesting.
Hiya,
All right then.
last question. Happy
Your
note.
last question.
Are you
Please note.
ready
What?
for my happy note?
Okay, we're happy.
Describe your sisters in 3 words.
Three?
Just three.
Dang, okay.
Who are we describing
Just
first?
three.
It's up to you.
Let's describe our firstborn.
Aiden, go off.
Chico start.
She's like, tell me.
Tell me how
I would
excellent I am.
say warm.
Oh, you wanted us to cry in this episode.
Why? She's warm. To everyone she meets, she's very warm. Like, I don't think anyone can ever be like, oh, yeah, I met her and she's a bitch.
You'll be
Like,
surprised.
maybe you did something. You know what I mean?
I
Yes.
Like,
do
I
have
don't think
resting
anyone
bitch
could have.
face. So if you don't speak to me, many
I
people
don't
will
think you
usually
have
Stop
say
trying
resting
to
that
take
I
away
face.
really
your Nini's
okay.
compliments. Can you
Please.
be
Got you.
quiet?
Mm.
As soon as you open your mouth with all those big teeth, the story changes.
Whoa. She's like love me in the now, sting me in the later. Damn.
They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Next, I would say butt, because
Booty, booty, booty,
Yam has
booty,
a big
booty, booty,
butt.
booty. Hey,
Booty. That's that thick.
That's the thing. And then I
double
would
C thick.
say
Uh-huh.
hilarious,
Hilarious is
because
right. Oh my god,
she's
she's
so funny.
insane.
Questionable humor, but very funny nonetheless.
Oh,
Wow. Oh
thank
my
you,
god.
I think.
I think what I'm trying to say is you need to make your Instagram public. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
Facts. I second that. Cause
She's
damn,
not
Yeah,
ready.
fam.
you're our
The thing
king.
about it is,
Yeah,
I'm only funny when I'm being myself, and I'm only myself when I know everyone who's on my Instagram. So I feel like the minute I open it
that's
up to
fair.
everyone else, I'll lose that quality of being myself, because then now I'm like, these people don't know me like that.
But
Yeah.
why does
That's
it
fair.
matter who's following you, how you should be? Like, why are you allowing them to be the determinant? That's a story for
Because I
another
don't
day.
think everyone needs to have access to who I am as a person on that level.
Period.
Yeah, I think the
Period.
I mean, there's some things you get as a benefit of relationship. So if you can hold more than one conversation with me, you're my friend, then you can have the kind of access in terms of what I do on my day to day. And because Instagram is my creative outlet and my fun times, I'm not trying to have like acquaintances just there and judgmental people. Nah, fam. I don't need that
Yeah,
energy in my life.
you're right.
That
Mm,
You're
makes
right.
sense.
mm.
Kadoni,
Three words.
what do
One,
you have to say to your sister?
number one is beautiful. I feel like I know it sounds crazy because people say we all look alike, the three of us. A lot of people say like we're different fonts of the same word. But I
Yeah.
really, really, genuinely feel like she's so gorgeous. Like she's just like, just like her face is just facing. It's just, you're so hot. It's so exhausting,
Thank
because just
you.
like, oh my God, she'll be like, my face is doing, and you're just like, shut up about your face, please. You're so hot. I feel like you're so hot, and it's just wild how hot you are. Another word is dependable. Um, I feel like of the people in my life, like I don't have to ask you to show up. Like those people where it's almost like, yeah, minus this one, and then you have to figure out the rest of the people. I feel like that is who you are. Like you'd always show up. You're always like, if something happens, it's just like, okay,
She's there.
she's there, yeah. And she's like, I think the other thing is, I would say brain, because, and I say that because, no, let me explain, because I didn't know how else to make it just one word. But I'm like, I don't like to think through things, and I feel like sometimes the reason I don't have to think through things is because you're there. Like there's I'll just tell people I don't have to be an adult when Yam is there, because she's like, whatever it is that needs to have been thought about, figured out, anything, if there's someone who is acting crazy, I don't have to figure it out. If there's somewhere we need to be, she like has it figured out already. So it's more, I feel like you're my brain, where it's just I don't think it, I ask you, and then you tell me what my brain should have done. That's why I said brain. So those are my three words.
Oh,
So cool. Thank you. This was fun.
yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
you,
a
even
nice
you were just crying
question.
silently. We saw you.
Yeah, it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gavani, here are the words that I would use to describe you. Number one is creative. I think you're a very creative person. However, I feel like you
Not
need
however.
to let that creativity out.
Yeah.
You know? Let
Hmm.
it out. Because the
Let it
world is ready
go.
for you.
Are they though?
And we know you are great. Me personally, I know you're great.
Yeah, even
Thank
me.
Okay?
you.
And I know how creative your mind is and how much you have to offer. Give it to us, babe. Give it to us. Next is, wow, confident, because Gadani will talk about how she feels, how she looks, how all of those things, and unapologetically too, and publicly too. And I would say my last word would be genuine. Um, the more I've seen you develop into who you are, it's really nice to see that you're showing up more as yourself in all the spaces rather than only where you feel like it's safe.
Mm.
You're realizing who you are, and that who you are holds value,
Mm.
and so you're showing up more authentically in every space that you walk into, which is pretty dope to witness.
Thank you. I can't talk. I feel like I'm about to wail. Ugly cry. Oh, anyway.
Okay,
Yeah,
so um, my words for Gadoni, one is big hearted. I think Gadoni's
that's not
heart,
you cheated.
it's hyphenated. Big heart.
Big.
You already failed the assignment.
Okay, so then heart is the word.
Okay.
Semicolon big. I think the thing. Okay, so actually,
Parentheses.
if I actually just even called it heart, I think the thing about Gadoni is she always does things with her whole heart. Yeah. So she's showing up for people. She's showing up for work. She's doing all these things like volunteering to teach. Like she'll always be free to share herself, her information, her love, her feelings. And that's why I think heart is the thing. The big heartedness is like, of course, it means that she's also more prone to hurt in that way, because people can take advantage of that. But I think she always comes at everything with her whole heart. Like she's all in all the time. Um, I was also gonna say confident, but I'll just use a synonym now. I think Gadani is bold. Um, so in that way, like in as much as I'm a firstborn, there's a lot of things that Gadani has taught me about not caring what people think, accepting and loving myself, my body, my mind. Like Gadani will tell you how hot she is in a heartbeat, in the same breath as she tells you how hot you are. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's a boldness in how she expresses her thoughts about herself that I think have also impacted me. I sometimes I'm like, I look at even like the content I've been sharing like in the last maybe 1 year since we've been hanging out a lot more and being at the gym more, and I'm like, I can see Gadoni rubbing off on me, in terms of boldness, just like being like, it is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it
Um,
is.
it is what it is. Another thing about Gadoni is words. So I think Gadoni is very good with words. She can be a bit wordy also in telling stories or like explaining herself, but she's also such a great writer. I think she's just the person for words. She like with the blog, she used to like write an article every day on her blog. Like she just has a way with words. So even like when Gadoni writes you a card, it's just so meaningful. It's not like she's using words that are not usual. She's not writing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's that
Whoa.
she just has a way
Wow.
with words. She she's it's her form of expression in addition to all these other creative things, I think the words are hers. Maybe she's a dictionary. Yeah, she's just really good about writing, putting things together, expressing feelings and emotions in words. Yeah, if Gavani has written you a card, a birthday card, or any kind of card, you know what I mean. Yeah, she's just a babe of the words. Yeah.
Babe
Thank
of the
you,
words.
guys. Thanks.
And she's cute.
And super cute.
And right now she has wig backs.
Excuse me.
And she's still cute.
The Ghanaian lines. But
Oh,
you're
sorry,
right. I'm still
Ghanaian.
cute. Big slurp energy. That's how I am.
Yeah.
So now it's Shiko's turn. Gavin, you wanna go next so that
No, you go first because you're the firstborn.
okay, great. So one of the things that I think about Shiko when I think of her is independent. Um if there's someone who knows their mind and will make up that mind, it is Shiko. I really admire that about her. You know, having independent thought, and it doesn't mean that she doesn't take into consideration what other people are saying, or like she's just a woman about her mind. She knows things. She knows herself. She knows what she wants. Like there are decisions that I will mull over for years before I make a decision, and Chico just knows that that's the thing that she's gonna do. Yeah. So, in that sense, it leads me to my second word for her, which is bold. I think in in the decisions that you make, I admire you so greatly. Like I feel like I wish I was more like you. You go after the thing. You're like, I want to do a master's. Okay, I've applied. I got in. You'll be like, okay, actually, I feel like this thing is not serving me anymore. And yeah, I guess we're parting ways here. We are, it's like there's a boldness with which you approach the world that I admire. And maybe it's because I'm an overthinker that that thing is so attractive to me. I'm just like, whoa. And then I think the other thing about Chico is she's so fun. Like I don't know that I can ever be bored ever with her. And like you always think up like the best experiences, the best places to eat, fun games. And even like if we're just chilling and doing nothing, I think you're like a curator of fun things. Even like the playlist, like she's the good time ambassador in that sense. Like she's yeah, there's never a time you'll be like, oh no, what shall we do? Even when you're just chilling, the vibes are immaculate where Shiko is. You know, that's that's those are my words for you.
Thank you.
Um, my first word would be alive. Let me give context because you are refusing us to hyphenate words. Um, I feel like in life, a lot of times we've been taught how to live, and there's an expectation of how things should go. And if you're in a space, take comfort, stay there, be there, and exist there. But I feel like you're one person who, whatever it is that makes you feel alive or makes you feel like you're living, actually the word should have been living. I don't feel like you take life for granted. I feel like you're very, I don't have time for this because what if tomorrow doesn't happen? So I have to fix, like I have to change it today. So it's like I wanted to go and sit in the park and paint. You're going to go to the sit in the park and paint. And it's just like, but okay, Shiko, you should have thought about it. It's just like, no, but I wanted to go and sit in the park and paint, and whatever it is that will happen after, we'll figure it out. But in this moment of life, like a person who knows how to life, you're not like waiting for an opportunity, you're not waiting for this. It's just like, okay, this is what I want, how do I get it? I got it, do I like it? I don't feel like it anymore, okay, let's move on. You know what I mean? Like it's like how you did, let's say, teaching, and it's for 4 years, you did the certification and you got it, and then it's just like, this is not working for me. So it's not like, but I worked for 4 years to get this certification, and so now I have to prove that I used the time. And it's just like, nah, it's not working. I need to find a new thing. And not in a nonchalant blah way. It's just, I have lived here as much as this life can give me, and I need to find a new life source or a new way to feel alive or whatever it is. So that's what I mean by
Not
alive.
sauce.
I was like, yes, sis.
Yes, source. Hashtag inside joke. But yeah, like I really like that version of you that's not like, this is who I have to be. You just are, but in a very, I don't know that you have a regret. If you do, that's, you cover it very well. But I'm like, you don't have time for a decision to be like, I wish. I've never had you say, I wish when I was younger I could have done, because you did it when you were younger, you know. And I think for me it's very refreshing to see. And it's the thing, like how Nyam was saying, I wish I could like borrow it from you, because it's just sometimes I get so stuck in my head and I don't feel like you do that or allow yourself to do that, and I love it. The other thing I would use to describe you is, um what's the word? I don't want to use bold. I don't use warrior, but support. Let me say support. If there's a person
Those are
who I
such
know,
different words.
it'll make
I
sense
know.
to go through. Yeah, it'll make sense for her to go through that
I
whole
was
thing.
like,
The
Wakanda?
reason I said warrior is because she's like,
No, me, I was like, don't worry, the birds of the trees. What's
not
that Matthew verse?
warrior,
Wow.
warrior. She goes, stop it.
No,
But like, I
me,
feel
I got
like,
Woman King.
correct, because I feel like she's that babe. She basically is, if you want someone to pull up with you, ever, she will not ask a single fucking question. Okay? She's just like, we fight. Like, if there's someone who you know is on, like, if they're on your side, they're on your side. I don't say to a fault, but on yours, like, there's fuck all you can do to me because of Shiko. Like, fuck all. If you tried me and you got me down, I know your blood will be shed. To that extent, I'm really on that death tip. But I know she would. It's like, they did what to you? Oh. And she'll say that. And then you'll just hear, their house caught fire. And it's just like, Shiko?
Gathani.
Where
Not
were you on
Gathani.
Wednesday? You know, where you're just like, I know
Gathani
you're in
has made you
Atlanta, but
an
like, how did
arsonist.
you?
Arsonist,
No,
I know.
but like, that pull up on you, like pull up like a squad, like she's your person. When she's your
Just
person, she's your
for
person.
clarification, I don't beat people. I talk to people with love and kindness out of my mouth.
True.
Okay, love and kindness. So she's the love and
That's what we're
kindness
calling
warrior
it.
then. Let's call it that. Just mess up with me so that you can experience her love and kindness, is what I would say in that statement then. Um, my third word for you would be love, because I feel like you're very outward facing, macho, and um the powerhouse warrior, as I said before. You're like the strong one, outward, you're the strong one, but I feel like on the inside you're just like soft, gooey, and like anyone who knows you in the same way we know you're our person, there's an extent of love that you show in your fierceness that is like such a breath of fresh air. It's some people in your life, you if they don't tell you they love you, you question it. You never have to. If Shiko loves you, you're not going to have to find out. You don't need to ask, you don't need to think it. You just know, like, she is love in its extreme. Like, she will show up however you need her to show up, and sometimes to a fault. So my third word would be love, because you're just like a teddy bear.
Agape. What we have
Oh,
learned
Abba,
from this is
gaps,
agape
gap lip.
arsonists.
Oh, and I have agape tattooed.
Yeah,
Fun
you
fact.
actually do have agape tattooed.
And that is
I do.
exactly why you're that babe. For you, like I feel like a lot of people don't get to experience that side of you. But like, oh, you are love. Hey, my guy, you can lil love a person. You can lil love a person. Like it's just, and I think it even makes it cooler when it's you. I don't know how to. It's not minimizing anyone else's love, but there's just like Chiku loves me. Fuck your bitches, you know. So
Yeah,
just
that
Thank you,
was
amazing
fun.
vibes.
guys. Wow. What a great season.
Oh, what a great
Ending.
season.
It was so great,
What a
man.
great season.
It's good to be
Thank you
back.
guys for joining us. We'll be back very shortly. Kadani, could you tell them where they can find us?
You can find us on all social media platforms at OKKiasi. That's OKAYKIASI. You can also write to us on email at okkiasi@gmail.com.
Oof. Any parting words?
You're welcome.
Oh
Nyam, do you have
wow.
a
Oh
parting
wow.
word?
Nyam, any parting words?
Nope, just
None whatsoever.
yeah, none. I think that's a perfect note to end it on.
Yeah. Hiya guys. Season 3, that's a wrap. As usual, I am Shiko.
I'm Nyam.
And I'm Devani.
This has been OK Kiasi. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back shortly. Bye.
Boy.